Namaste children. Today again we had completed the sentence. I am going to start another topic, subject and predicate. And what is subject and what is predicate? In the earlier video you have subject and predicate. A sentence should have subject and predicate. That what is subject and what is predicate. Now we are going to learn. See here, what is subject? In a sentence, the person or thing we speak about is called the subject. See, in a sentence, a subject may be a noun or pronoun. That noun is acting like a head of the body. Remaining predicate is like a body. You have to just remember better. It's not like that. So your face, by looking, you are identified easily by others with your face, not with your body. So subject is the main part of the sentence. It's a thing, a person or thing we speak about is called subject. The subject is the noun that's doing or being something. Doing or being something. A subject is a part of sentence that contains the person or the thing performing the action or the verb in a sentence. What the subject is doing is what is the main part is telling somebody is doing something. So the subject is a part of sentence. It's main part of a sentence that contains a person or thing. That person is doing or acting something or performing some action in a sentence. It's very simple, beta. Sentence, in a sentence, the subject is like head of your body. Predicate is your body. So remaining part is nothing but predicate in a sentence. Subject is main part and the other subordinate part is predicate. Without predicate a sentence can't stand. Without a subject a sentence can't stand. Subject and predicate both should be in an agreement. Okay. There are three main types of subjects. They are simple subjects, compound subjects and noun phrases. So I am going detail, it's not needed for you, but if you know all these you may get an idea. A simple subject is one person or thing or one word in addition to an article the. With article the, Tony sat by the fire. See, article I mentioned here, addition, article the I mentioned. It may be a or an or the. Okay. Tony sat by the fire. Can you identify the verb? It's sat. What is the verb? Sat. Who sat? Tony. Simple subjects are the first. Just that. There. What is the subject here? Tony. What is the verb here? Sat. The subject is Tony and remaining part is predicate. Can you identify the verb? It's sat. Who sat? Tony. Simple subjects are first that, just that. They are simple and singular. This also includes singular nouns that describe a group as a whole, like a compound that we say the collective noun. The team, the committee, the flock. Okay, like that. Collective noun we considered in the noun's place as a singular noun. Okay. Next, this is called simple subjects. The next subject is what? Compound subjects. Compound, in the word itself you are saying compound, adding. So both together, not the singular. A compound subjects contain two or more nouns or pronouns. Tony and Luke sat by the fire. In earlier sentence, only Tony sat. But here Tony and Luke both sat by the fire. Clearly we have two people sitting by the fire and they are both the subject of the sentence. I can't say Tony only the subject of the sentence. And I mention and means both are there. So Tony and Luke. The sentence here we can say we add these two with and. Then we say that compound subject. You might also see something like this. See Tony and her brother. I am not saying the one another noun. I used here pronoun. Her brother sat by the fire. Here we have a mix of nouns and pronouns, but they are all part of the sentence. These two are the part of the sentence, but these are the subject. Who or what sat by the fire? Who and what sat? Two people sat by the fire. Two people are the subject of the sentence. Next, simple sentence, simple subjects, compound subjects, noun phrases. Noun phrases are nothing but a phrase start with a noun for your understanding. Exact definition will be different for 4th class, your age. It's a noun, a phrase start with a noun, then it is a noun phrase. A noun phrase is a group of words that functions together like a noun. All words together action like a noun, function like a noun. They provide more detail than a singular or even compound subject. Here is an example. The next person to speak out of turn. Here you see this. Will spend the afternoon in the detention. Here will spend the afternoon in the detention is predicate. So verb is there in between, subject and predicate between, verb is there. Here we have a noun phrase. Who will spend the afternoon in definition? The next person to speak out of turn. Who will spend the afternoon in detention? The next person to speak out of turn. I am not saying that exactly. See, this full sentence is acting, a full phrase is acting like a subject. You might be tempted to single out of the word person, but the subject is not just any person. It's the next person to speak out of turn is the person. So that particular person I am telling in detail. So it's a phrase. So noun phrases. Now we go for that. A sentence structure here. Jennifer walked to the store. What is the subject? Jennifer. And it's a verb. Jennifer walked to the store is telling about the Jennifer. See here. After lunch I will call my mother. See, I will call my mother. Will call is a verb. Subject I. Here, you were a great singer. Subject is you. Were is a verb. Mosquito bites itch. See, mosquito bites not. Here, bite is a verb, but it is acting. It's adding with a noun. Say, mosquito bites. Mosquito bites itch. Okay. Go for next. What is the predicate then? What is said about the subject is called predicate. I am teaching in detail. Sometimes they may ask you underline the subject, circle the subject or underline the predicate, tick the subject, underline the predicate. They may ask in that way. The subject may be single subject or compound subject or simple subject or compound subject or noun phrase. So if you know all these, you may not get any doubt while doing your work. So in the exam I may ask in this way. What is said about the sentence is called predicate. subject is like acting as a head, and the predicate is acting like a body. So without a predicate, a subject cannot stand its own. A subject cannot stand its own without predicate. Okay. So what is said about subject is called predicate. Predicate is telling about the subject. Okay, predicate is telling about the subject. The predicate is a part of a sentence. As I said that in sentence, subject is also part of a sentence. Subject and predicate both are the two parts of the sentences. And one more is there, predicate. Under predicate, verb and object is also there. A subject, object or complement, subject, complement. There are different words are there in the predicate. The predicate is a part of a sentence or a clause. I said clause and sentence both are the similar words only, but slight difference is containing a verb and stating something about the subject. Containing a verb, predicate has a verb. Without a verb, a predicate cannot be. A predicate of a sentence is the part of the part that modifies the subject in some way, and it must contain a verb explaining what the subject does, and can also include modifier. See, it's a detailed definition. I had given 3 kinds of definitions. These are the detailed explanation about the predicate. Okay, next. Again, in the subject, how different kinds are there. Here also simple predicates, simple subject, compound subjects and noun phrases are there in the subject. Here in the predicate, simple predicate and more are there. A simple predicate is the word that shows the action in a sentence. It is used to tell you what the subject of the sentence does. See, she danced, it talked. See, subject is singular. No, there is no continuation. Even though it is giving complete sense to you, she danced. She danced. You are getting the meaning of the sentence. It is giving complete sense. It talked. So it may be a robot or a bird, parrot. It talked. She danced. She moved her body to perform in a rhythmic way. Okay, to the music. It talked. It learned how to talk. So it talked when you ask something. A simple predicate may also be short phrase. So a simple predicate may also have he was cooking dinner. It's a phrase. Was cooking is a phrase. We saw the cat outside. We saw the cat is also a sentence. We saw the cat outside is also sentence. So here we can say that a simple predicate may also have a short verb phrase. Verb phrase here, was cooking is a verb phrase. Saw is a verb, action word. Okay, we saw the cat. It's also you are getting the meaning outside or inside. So adverbs. You added adverb here. Next, compound predicates. A compound predicate gives 2 or more details about the same subject and has 2 or more verbs joined by a conjunction. So till now she talked. Talked is a one action word. But here compound predicate gives 2 or more details about the same subject. They are talking, those maybe 2 action words are there. Those 2 action words will talk the same subject in a sentence. Okay. They are joined by a conjunction. She visited her cousins and met all their friends. Both action. She visited and met. Both actions done by her only. Okay. So these kind of sentences we can say compound predicates. In this example, she is the subject and visited and met are the predicates joined by the conjunction, and she visited her cousins and met all their friends is a predicate. She is the subject here. Next. Okay, children, we learnt till now subject and predicate. So with this you have to do your grammar book exercise page number 3 and page number 5 and 6 in your grammar book, and learn all the bits which are there in the grammar book. Thank you.